first, of course, Chen Chien against Dimitrij Ovtcharov. Really big match here. Trying to get Team Rossi underway to a good start. We saw how great Team Mies was last night, beating Team Pearson 21-8. Can this team be stopped? Gavin, what do you think?
Well, it's an interesting matchup. So many world-class players going head-to-head. And in this first match, Chen Chien and Dimitrij Ovtcharov, two of the heavyweights in the game. We would reckon here, obviously, that Ovtcharov starting favourite.
Chen Chien, and of course, 26 years old, was the world doubles champion back in 2013, world junior champion in 2008 as well. Good player. Should be an interesting match.
And as Ovtcharov skips back to the table, smiling, current ranking of 5. He's been as high as a world ranking of 4. So yeah, getting a little bit older now as well is Dimitrij, 28 years old. Our referee for tonight, Pari Kali of Malaysia. Hopefully she'll be putting in a good shift for us.
First game, Chen of Team Mies to serve.
So it's going to be Chen of Chinese Taipei to get us underway. Didn't like that ball. A little change. We're using the DHS D40 ball this evening, and that's the ball that we use on the World Tour.
Lava.
Flick of the wrist there for Ovtcharov. No, and he didn't fully follow through there.
So it's unusual here. Lots of different rules being used. This is a 24-minute match. If the players get to 10 all, there's no juice. It's just going to be a sudden death point. So that spices things up for this evening's match. You'll notice here as well that players will be ready to go. There's only 15 seconds between each point, so it's quick fire. Let's pick the next ball up and go with it.
Ovtcharov there looking at his racket. A little bit unhappy so far. Testing it in the practice. Put on fresh rubbers after last night's match. Just a little bit unhappy with it.
I'm sure that's like some of you boys and girls back at the club. You have a bad match, you rip off the rubbers, and the next day you come back with a new set.
Perfect example there. Doesn't always need to be flash and style. A nice little soft block up the line for Ovtcharov.
It's a strong penetrating forehand from the racket of Chen. Lovely angle as well. So we are here in Film Studio 2 of the Pinewood Studios. A wonderful place here. Almost as wonderful as that backhand that Ovtcharov just hit there.
So clean, look at that, straight over the table, technically perfect. him again. Out wide to Chen Chien. Forehand. Nice little tactic from Ovtcharov, using it well. Chen just not really getting out there yet. Be interesting now. Back on the serve for Ovtcharov. He was called up for a serve in round 1. Let's see what these umpires make of it.
That was a tough one. Chen was hoping that the ball was going to creep off the edge of the table so that he could try and feel the ball back. Got a wonderful array of serves. So many players, when you see them getting down into that backhand position to serve, they've just got 1 or 2 serves. Not with Ovtcharov. He has numerous levels of spin and directions.
8-9.
And that's a good return from Chen. So here we go. It's getting interesting, even in this first set.
Timeout.
Early
1
time out
minute.
for Team Rossi. You can see how important this first set is to Ovtcharov. Came out of the block strong, showing energetic. Team Rossi have been trailing, so first point is crucial.
Looking very smart tonight is our Jorg Roskopf. Not usually one for
9.
dressing up. Maybe he fancies this to be a big occasion tonight for Team Rossi.
10-8.
A little bit of luck for Ovtcharov there again. But he has got him into a position of 10-9 now. Game point on the service.
And there it is for Dimitrij Ovtcharov. It's so critical to win that first game, especially when you're the #1 player of that team. Ovtcharov looking to get off to a flyer. In the previous round, he was able to beat Haramoto 5 sets to love. Some important advice here
Second
from
game.
Michael Mays to Chen Chien, and
Ovtcharov to serve. Love.
from Jorg Roskopf to Dimitrij Ovtcharov. So the players return to the same side of the table that they were in the first set. That's again unusual, but that's what we have here in the T2. Spice up the rules. Lots of ball boys here, and we can quickly get the ball back to the table.
Let stop.
There's a problem with the service here. The assistant referee just saying to Dimitri to remove his arm after the service delivery.
Jorg really not happy with that call, looking at the umpire. His famous stare.
1-0.
Don't want to get in the wrong side of that man.
Feel it's been pretty rough for Dima in round 1 and now in round 2. There's not many players have been picked up for their serve, but they keep looking at Dimitri.
Surprising though, never gets called in the World Tour.
The way that Dima was able to get back to the table there. Lost ground from the table, stepped back up into that one. Now he's looking for his trusty tomahawk serve.
3-2.
Oh, he's really up for this match. Giving himself a little bit of motivation, saying, come on, back into the serve quickly. Ovtcharov just extending the arm there, walking away from the table, saying, come on, you didn't follow through there. That's your bread and butter. You gotta make it work.
That's the way to put the shot away. Lovely slow spin, and then following that next ball up. Both players, in fact, possess a lot of power.
5-3.
Ovtcharov stayed away with a sorry there. Still hurts though for Chen.
We see the camera at the other side of the net post. If someone wants to go round that side of the net post, it's not so easy.
6-3.
That's where a fancy serve works against you. Got all the spin back there. He wasn't able to control it back on short, was the German. So here we go. Important now for Chen to try and win 2 on his serve.
5-6.
Oh, that's a bad miss. Crucial at this stage. Giving Ovtcharov a 2-point lead. Don't really want to extend it any further than what he has to. Chen. That really was an unforced error there.
Ovtcharov just ahead in the shorter exchanges. 55% to 45. And there's another quick fire point. He's just keeping the scoreboard moving in his favour.
You have to think Jörg had a little bit of a conversation with him. He's been playing a little bit slower up until this match. A lot shorter points now from the German. Really playing into the T2 spirit here. Quick, rapid, and that's what it's all about. Chen really has to be more aggressive here. That was a perfect example. Really has to just go for it now. He's 9-6 down.
Chen very good against that slow spin. He's able to stay nice and low and then jump forwards on the ball. Always tough though to take 2 against the Ovtcharov serve. But there's the first of 2.
Been really worked against Ovtcharov there. Kicked back at him. New ball.
Really tucking Chen up there in the corner. Wonderful placement. So if Chen was to win these 2 points, we would then head into a sudden death game. Ball just going a little bit flat. He checks the rubber. Don't think that was the rubber, mate. So there we go. It's another set for Dima. Look at that, ball just going a little bit flat. Ovtcharov delighted at taking that second set. Wonderful view again. The higher parts of the cavern. 15,000 square feet. There's lots of areas here in the T2 cavern that we will explain as the night progresses.
Players change. Side. Third game.
So the players
Change to serve.
are now playing at the
Rubber.
opposite side, and that's only after 2 games. They will not change anymore throughout this 24-minute match.
Rubber.
Mia's bench on their feet. Appreciation for that one.
That's a nice service delivery. Yeah, we even seen 1 or 2 of the players gobbling a couple of cupcakes. Well, we won't mention any names anyway, not yet.
Little tall boy there, the tall just as big as him. Nice to see Pota and Samar warming up for the match. We'll find out soon which one will be taking the court next.
It's a good spin up there from Chen. Just watching the flight of the serve, waiting for it to skid long off the table surface. A little bit fortunate there. He needs a little bit of luck, does Chen. We've just got 8.5 minutes left of this 24-minute match. And remember, if we go between 22 and 24 minutes, so the last 2 minutes of the match, and a set finishes then, we will go into a kill zone, a shortened game, an even more exciting game. It's just first to 5 points, and at 4-all, it would be a sudden death point. It's all exciting, it's all dramatic here in southern Malaysia.
3-7.
Chen just mixing up the play a little bit there, coming around the side of the ball for the receive. Yeah, there we go. Just confusing Ovtcharov a little bit, going wider than he thought.
3-8.
Now, interestingly, that's the service he has been pulled before, not taking the arm away, but to me it looks very, very similar. Now, if you're going to call a serve for being fault, you got to follow it up.
8-4.
For me, it definitely wasn't a false serve. He doesn't get faulted anywhere else, so interesting to see.
Very structured, very trained, and great execution from the Dima racket there.
Nice to see Dima coming into his zone, his backhand trademark coming out. Probably to do with a little nice relaxing morning that he had, having a nice little stroll with his wife and daughter.
Wow, taxi for Mr. Ovtcharov as he looked to head round the corner there. That ball was sent right up the line.
Straight into the body of Chen there. That is a powerful tactic. The ball's coming that quick off the Ovtcharov racket. Chen needs to be a lot quicker.
We want to see this later And we have 3 of the really good women's matches coming up as well. We want to see them playing with that creativeness, changing the play, changing the speed and spin, learning from some of the men out here.
9-8. Time out. 1 minute.
So many of the players quick on the uptake. We've got a 1 minute timeout now.
Tile boys are in their element here. Probably never thought they'd get this close to the world's best players. Now they're even carrying their tiles. Wee kid running back to the chair, waiting for Ovtcharov the time to come in again.
Come on. 9-8.
Points 1 on serve. It's still nip and tuck as well.
Oh, we've all done that, folks. Fresh air of the ball. The ball just sat up. Didn't arrive to the Chen racket in time, and he didn't adapt. You'll be disappointed with that one.
So here we go. Could we have our first sudden death of this evening's match? Sudden death of this evening's match.
10-9.
This is great stuff here. So much energy in tonight's match rather than this morning's. You can see how much it means to Team Rossi trying to climb their way back up the leaderboard.
Let 10-9.
Let's have another try at that service. Dima thankful there, I think. Not showing any nerves there at 10-9 down. Let's just go for it.
No deuce.
Look at that one, sailing right through the T-bar sign. So we have a sudden death. Chen Chien in serve. And look at the confusion there. Now that is a service delivery and a half, right on the edge of the table. Huge indecision there for Dima, and he really didn't do much with that at all. So well deserved, 11-10 to Chen Chien, and that just makes this game a little bit more intriguing.
You play better and better now, but only this small thing.
Time.
Is that hand out of the way? It's very, very close there.
The umpires need to decide though if they're going to call one. Nod from Roscoff there. You're doing the right thing. Just believe in your game. Don't let the edge worry you.
We have less than 3 minutes left now, so we're not going to get to the end of this game, but whoever's winning, when that clock ticks down to 0 and the buzzer sounds, then they'll take an extra point for themselves individually and for their team.
Ovtcharov opting to stay close to the table. This is where he's at his best. In the last couple of points, he's just ran away a little bit, but here we go. All over the table, backhand fully extending, even preparing for the next shot as well. Always expecting it back.
2-all.
Three times as many winners coming from his backhand wing.
Chen just doing a little bit too much now. Trying to force Ovtcharov directly from the first point instead of playing into a smarter location on the table.
horrible when that happens. You think you've delivered a lovely serve and it pings right off the net at 90-degree angle. So with 20 seconds to go, looks done and dusted, and it's going to be a Dimitrij Ovtcharov win. He really is taking his time here. A little bit of relief there. Puff of the cheeks. And there goes the buzzer. There's no uncertainty about that. That's the end of the game, and it's a very good win for Dimitrij Ovtcharov.
Nice to see there. Ovtcharov with the other teammates coach, Michael Mays, having a little bit of a banterful chat there after the match. These really are respectful athletes, respectful coaches, all friends of course off the table.
Confirmation, quite tight, 11-8, 11-8, losing, sudden death, and then winning that fourth game.
There, not so surprising, Ovtcharov having 57% to 44% on points won on service. He is, of course, one of the world's best servers, as you all know, of course.
Not sure if 57 and 44 adds up to 100, but I don't know, I'm not Karel Vorderman. So let's give you some of the match highlights. As both players hit big shot to big shot.
You really got to appreciate the physicality of both of these players. Watching Ovtcharov in the practice hall earlier, really is a workhorse out there.
So the workmanlike performance from the German, winning this one against Chen Chien, 3 games to 1.